Hi, it's Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec. Today I'll be creating a 12 by 12 layout featuring Stampin' Up's Nature Walk Suite collection and some other tools, including a sneak peek for a brand new bundle that will be released in March 2026 called Help Me Grow. Everything I use will be listed below, along with my link to Stampin' Up. If you live in Canada and use the link, I will get a commission. And if you do, thank you very, very much. So, without further ado, let's get started. Here is what's on my table. I have two photos, double matted, of Chester hanging out in a hot pepper plant pot in my dining room. I also created a frame style foundation page with 3 sheets of paper. I'm showing you that I rounded the corners on the white cardstock. I used a Creative Memories corner rounder, and I did gut one of the 3 papers, and there is a tutorial on my channel where I explain how to do that. So that's going to be listed and linked below. I'm just showing you the 3 papers that are in my frame style foundation page. That patterned paper is part of the Nature Walk paper pack. I also have Lost Lagoon and Whisper White cardstock. Here are some other papers, part of that Nature Walk collection. I have bits and pieces of it left. I have the patterned paper with stickers and the workshop kit, but I've used quite a bit of it already. It's quite easy to use, actually. I have the stickers, of course, and I do have a bunch of scraps of paper. I'm going to be bringing in another paper. It's from a retired paper pack called A Little Latte. It's a coffee-themed collection from Stampin' Up, but one of the papers looks like mud splat, so I'm going to be using that as well. And you're going to also see I have some specialty paper. Actually, I have some bits and pieces of specialty paper. This first one is called Natural Hues Textured Specialty Paper. It's part of this Nature Walk collection. And I also have this earthen toned metallic specialty paper. Again, bits and pieces, but I'm going to be digging into that as well. Also, I do have a bunch of tools. First, I'm showing you that I do have a narrowed down selection of paper, but I do have some tools as well, and almost everything I'm using is brand new from Stampin' Up. The first bundle is called Nature's Symphony. It's part of this Nature's Walk collection. And I also have the Creative Haven stamps and dies. I'll be using this for my title. I have the Gears and Texture stamps and dies. And I do have the Help Me Grow bundle, the one I mentioned a few moments ago. Again, this one won't be released until March 2026. I have it because I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator and we can get these products early. What I want to do first is create some layers with this paper to put on top of my foundation page. You can see I have an 8 by 8 block of paper. I gutted that from behind the foundation page. It is part of this Nature Walk collection. What I want to do basically is layer up a bunch of vertical strips of paper on that block and place my 2 photos. One of the vertical strips is going to be wide. It is going to house my focal point photo, and what I end up doing is off camera, I'm going to trim that down. At this point, it's still 12 inches long because I'm not quite sure how long I want it. For the other papers, the strips are going to be narrow and they're almost going to divide the page in two. So I'm going to have the photos on each side of that border in the middle. Already I have a strip of that specialty Natural Hues paper. For this mud splat paper, I'm going to trim myself a 1-inch strip. And again, right now, all my strips are 12 inches long. What I know is that I want them to be at different lengths. I think it will give a nice visual interest, but I don't know how long I want them. The widest one will be the shortest. So what I will do is start by cutting that one. Then I will trim the other 2 longer. I'm still going to keep it fairly long because I plan to place a large embellishment area underneath that focal point photo. So really what I end up doing is just kind of guesstimating. I put my thumb where I think I want it to be and I trim right there. I have the length. Now what I'm going to do is trim these other two, just making sure they're longer, but I still want the two long ones to be at different lengths. I will put measurements for all of this on the screen. What I want to do first, however, is just kind of place them on the page just to make sure I like them. What I usually do at this point is I err on the side of caution and cut them a bit bigger. That way I can always trim them down a little bit more. I also want to point out that I will put measurements on the screen, but you can see that 8 by 8 block of paper. I'm wasting paper here. I'm going to write 8 by 8 because that's what I'm using, but you can obviously see how easy it would be just to cut strips of paper and tuck them underneath those vertical strips of paper. I'm happy with all the papers now, so what I'm going to do is ink them up, and the ink I'm using is Smokey Slate from Stampin' Up. I'm not going to make you watch all of it. I ink up all of the papers except that Natural Hues textured specialty paper. What I end up doing off screen is I adhere all of my page parts to the foundation page, except I keep my photos separate for now. I also cut myself out another rectangle. I'm going to create an embellishment block on top of that, and I'm going to do that with these brand new dies called Help Me Grow. These literally just landed on my doorstep. You can see the die set is absolutely full of dies. Now, first of all, they are bigger than the images on the packages. And also, some of the dies cut out the stamped images and some of them are standalone dies. So I just selected a few of the standalone dies. I have a flower pot, the little plate that goes underneath the flower pot, and some leaves. So I'm cutting myself some Mossy Meadow two-tone cardstock. It's one of the colors that's in this Nature Walk collection. And I have that Natural Hues textured specialty paper. So I'm going to use the specialty paper for the flower pots and the green for the leaves. Right now I'm cutting out one of each, but you're going to see off camera I cut myself out two more of each. And what you will see in the still shots at the very end of this video is how detailed and textured these die cut images are. They are absolutely beautiful. I'm also showing you the flower pot, for example. There are little slits in it so you can tuck in the plant. Also, the same thing for the plate underneath. There's a little slit so you can tuck in the pot. Super, super cute. Also in that die set, there's a little border die for dirt, basically. So I cut myself out a few of those in early espresso two-tone cardstock. And then what I'm going to do is come back. You're going to see I had cut myself out a white rectangle with some stitched rectangle dies from Stampin' Up. Those are retired. So I plan to layer that up on top of that Lost Lagoon block. But what I'm going to do with that white block is I dug into the dies for the Nature Symphony. And in that die set, which has a lot of leaves and nature images, there's also some embossing pieces. Basically, I have one piece and it almost distresses the paper. So I put it in two areas, two kitty corners of that white rectangle. Another piece that you will see better at the very end of this video in the still shots, but it does add just a little something something to that block. What I want to do is add some ink to these flower pots. So I have early espresso ink from Stampin' Up, and I'm just adding a bit of ink around them. This specialty paper takes the ink very, very well, very, very easily, and it just adds that little bit of a dirty look to it. So I'm kind of liking that actually. Then what I will do is build my scene with the flower pots on top of that little card that I created. Again, what I will be doing is tucking in the plants in the little slits and tucking the pots in the slit in the plate that goes underneath. What I end up doing with those border strips of dirt is cutting them up and tucking them in the pots with the plants. It would look nice as a border beneath it, but what I decided to do was put the dirt right in the pot. So you're going to see me kind of play around with a bit I put it at the bottom, but in the end, I get out my scissors and kind of trim it and put it in. You're going to also see that one of the pots that I place in my little scene is knocked over, and I cut the dirt so that it looks like the dirt is spilling out of the pot. Again, I'm not going to make you watch all of this, but you can kind of see how I'm going about with this. Now I have all of my pots full of dirt and plants, and I am going to adhere them to the block. The pot that is on the top, I will end up popping that up with a bit of foam adhesive. So now I have a really fun embellishment block to put on my page. And then what I will do is come back and show you all of my other embellishments. I'm really, really thrilled with this die set though that just arrived on my doorstep. I wasn't planning on doing it with it, but it was absolutely perfect since Chester was sleeping in a plant pot. So I'm just showing you what I made from the Help Me Grow bundle, and now I'm showing you my title, which I created with the Creative Haven bundle. So it's a stamp and die. There's a bunch of wordy bits on the stamp, and you're going to see the dies are a bunch of different tags and banners. So I stamped it out in Pretty Peacock ink, which again is another one of the colors in the Nature Walk collection, and I die cut it with one of the tags. Also in that die set there are little sprigs, so I cut some of those out with that earthen tone metallic specialty paper. I'm digging it out right now. This was released in the autumn. I'm not sure if it's still available, but I've been using it tons. As you can see, I don't have much of it left. On this next tier, I have a bunch of branches of leaves and some pieces of wood. These are left over from previous projects. I created them with the Nature's Symphony dies. I've used this set quite a bit over the past few months with this Nature Walk collection, but with other collections as well. It's very, very versatile. In addition to that, I did do my journaling on the computer and I printed it up on vellum, and you can kind of see I tore it. I do have an idea for that. I plan to overlap that photo, that small photo that's going to be on the right. It's not a very good photo, but it does show Chester in amongst all of those flower pots. So since it's kind of dark, I don't mind covering up part of the photo. It almost highlights Chester a little bit more. I also have this irregular weave trim, another product. I think it came out in the autumn, and I have some linen thread as well, an early espresso and old olive. I also have the stickers for this collection. Myself, I bought the Sweet collection, but the paper pack, I selected it with stickers. You can buy it with stickers or without. I even bought the workshop with this collection as well. It's just so usable. I've been using tons of it actually. I showed you a border strip. It was one of them from the sticker sheet. I do plan to use that. And I do have the gears and textures stamps here. And I'm showing you I stamped out some of the background stamps. It's almost like texture stamps. I stamped some of them out on scrap paper, which is something I often do when I want to stamp directly on a page. I will put it on scrap paper, kind of play around with the placement, get an idea where I want to place it, then stamp on my page. So I'm playing around with it. The larger ones I stamped it in Crumb Cake, and the smaller mud splats I did that in Early Espresso. So you can kind of see around that photo I have some of those big squiggly circles there and a few of the mud splats. I do this, but you're going to see later on I change it. Basically what I wished I had done here was do it off camera. It's very awkward for me to stamp like this directly on a page with a tripod over my head because I'm trying to be underneath the camera and I can't get it very close to me. So I do it, and you're going to see once it's all done, I come back and I show you that I actually ended up replacing that white cardstock and redoing it off camera. What I ended up doing is I placed it You'll see this in a moment. I didn't like it. I added more stamping that I really didn't like it. So then I decided to change it before I moved forward. So here you have it. I'm going to show you how I removed that paper. You can see where I added a bit more stamping. And basically what I did was I positioned it a little bit closer underneath the photos. And you may notice as well the third mud splat, I haven't stamped it yet. I will do that later on. I'm happier with it now. And now what I'm going to do is start building my clusters. I'm just showing you that I do have the template for another mud splat. But what I'm going to do now is wait until I embellish my page and just make that decision later on. The cluster at the bottom is pretty easy. I already have that big card that I already made. I do plan to overlap my title on top of that photo on the right, just overlapping my journaling a bit. What I plan to do with that border strip that is part of that sticker sheet is layer it on top of that vertical border in the middle. I just trimmed it down. Again, I want to keep all of those strips at different lengths. So I'm happy with that. I love how it adds a bit more of that pretty peacock, that kind of teal color right in the middle. Now what I'm going to do is come in with some of the other embellishments. So I'm going to dig into those branches of leaves that I cut out with that Nature Symphony die set. I have it in two different greens there. One of them is in Old Olive and the other Mossy Meadow, but I already have Mossy Meadow leaves, so I decided to come in with the Old Olive, and I'm happy with that. Behind the title at top, I did have some of those leaves that I cut out with that Help Me Grow set as well. So I tucked one of those in there. And then I'm coming in with the smaller sprigs, those metallic ones that I cut out with that Creative Haven set. Now I'm adding a little bit of that irregular weave trim in that tag, and I absolutely love the texture it adds there. Instead of tying that in a knot, I'm worried that it would get a little bit bulky. I'm just tying a little bow around it with that linen thread, that early espresso linen thread. I'm struggling a bit right there, but I do end up being quite happy with it. I am very happy with how this layout is coming together. Even though I wasn't happy with my stamping, everything else seems to be coming together quite well. And I think it's because I absolutely love all of the products I'm using right now. I find them over the top beautiful. So I'm quite thrilled. So now I'm coming in and adhering. So I adhere those leaves at the bottom in Old Olive, put that card right on top of it. That was a pretty easy embellishment cluster because I had already made it. Now I'm coming in with some of those metallic sprigs, and then I'm going to work on the top. I'm really happy with the placement of leaves there, so I don't even move them, and I'm coming in with a little bit of liquid adhesive and just sticking it down as is. And when I go to adhere my tag title there, I do end up popping that up with some foam adhesive. And I am pretty close to being done here, to be perfectly honest. There's not much left to do. I suppose I could add more and more, but I really love how this page is looking right now. So I'm just coming in with those little sprigs with a little bit of liquid adhesive, tucking them in there. And all I end up having to do is one more stamp of a little mud splat. And you will see that in the still shots in the end. This time I decide to do it off camera and not make the same mistake that I had made earlier. But basically that is it. And you're going to see all I did was that little bit of stamping with that mud splat in the top right. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, Scrapbooking Quebec, I would be thrilled if you did. And if you are a subscriber, thank you very much. As I mentioned in the intro, everything I used is listed below along with my link to Stampin' Up. If you live in Canada and use the link, I will get a commission. Please know that I appreciate your support very much. Have a great day, and I will see you soon on YouTube. Bye-bye.